We are live and direct
Live and direct.
here on Shift the Culture. We got cousin Jimmy playing Fight the
Listen,
Power.
DJ Chinny.
Yo, talk
You
to
say
me.
hold on, DJ Chinny. You say my hair is everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you a haircut, cause or a new. I
I'm
don't
fighting the
know.
power.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you a new look, a whole makeover.
Listen, I want all folks out there to know you never seen a person with a damn rebel Confederate sign on the back saying he's gonna fight the power. I'm telling you, DJ Chinny, we're gonna fight the power.
We're
Shout
gonna
out, hold
get you a
on, I'm sorry.
makeover, okay?
Shout out, listen. Shout out, DJ Chinny. Shout out to Chuck D, Flavor Flav, all of them out there. Listen to me. Public Enemy, one of the greatest hip hop groups ever, needs to get their respect. I know they're gonna copyright our ass again, but we want to show love to Public Enemy. I'm fighting the power here with DJ Chinny. I'm sorry, DJ Chinny.
Now you good? You good? We live and direct here on Shift the Culture. I want to say good evening to everyone. We are
Yeah.
here. We are live and direct. We are down host. TT is in graduation mode, so she's finishing up. So we want to show her some love. TT, we got you. We're gonna continue holding the show down for you, and then Kenya
Yeah.
will be joining us later on during the show as well. So
Oh yeah. Oh
we're gonna
yeah.
we gonna get it cracking.
Get it
Um,
cracking. Get it cracking.
Yes. And you can always find us, guys, on all social media platforms, right? We got X, we got TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, all of them, IG, you name it, we on it. So
Hey,
definitely be a part of our conversation. Drop where you're from, where you're watching us at, and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Show us some love.
that's right. And DJ Chena, I want to say
Oh,
something. Listen to me now. There are some guys out there. I've been seeing some things on YouTube and the internet and all the social medias about guys like I think his name Boosie, Little Boosie. We're gonna talk about him here in a little bit
let's
of the
be
show.
on.
I believe he's on the agenda, and
It's on one of the
I heard he's
topics.
a good,
Yeah.
he's a good man out there. I understand, but I heard about him having disputes about sitting down on YouTube shows, Vlad TV show, to be specific, and he was getting paid, I think, $25,000 to sit down with the guy just for an hour and a
Wow.
half, DJ Cheney. And he's complaining he wants a pay raise, and then another guy, comedian guy named, you ever heard a guy named Ari Spears? Ari
No.
Spears, he gets into a dispute with Vlad, and he's fussing about his money and how much money he got too. I'm sitting back and I'm like, now how the
Listen.
hell these guys who are supposed to be well established in their own careers, boosted with hip hop music, Eric Spears with comedy, how are you now depending on another man's show that you've been on for several years, making money? You both have an agreement. This is like a cherry on top. It should be income wise for what you're already making. They're complaining. Oh,
Listen, times is hard, cousin Jimmy. Times is hard.
listen, we're down here in the damn south. Let me tell DJ Vlad something. If you want my ass to sit down with you for 2 hours, all you need to do is pay me $478. $478, DJ T. That's all we need. We have our devil wide down here in the south. We just need to finish paying off this last payment. That's about $300, and then we need another 50 to go towards the electric bill, DJ. And then after that, all we need is to go to the store to get us 2 cases of 24-pack Budweiser, and we're damn good. I mean, where the hell are these guys getting this from? Needing all that damn money to sit down and talk to somebody. So we're talking here on Shift the Culture. We're doing this because we love to do this. Tune in, and like DJ Cheaty said, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe everywhere.
Definitely. Listen, tonight's topics are very interesting, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Pretty much, we had our first topic for the fiery debate that took place a couple days ago down in Capitol Hill. There was a tense hearing between Senator Blumenthal sharply addressing the defense secretary for the war, Pete Hegseth. And pretty much they're going at it about the Trump administration and how they handled the war, the Iranian war. It was pretty much over 25 billion estimated dollars spent for the cost of this war. It could be more, much more higher, as a matter of fact. Um, when you look at long-term care for the troops, damages to infrastructure, um, equipment, a lot of strikes that were taken, and we got to replenish our ammunition. What if somebody else tries to attack or try to start a war with us?
Right.
Like where does that leave? That leaves the U.S. in a vulnerable position. So we're debating between the cost of the war versus the effect that it's
Right.
making. And what does this achieve for Americans? What does this mean for us? Because what we're feeling it all over and every different angle, not just financially. We
Right.
have loved ones that are in the war, that are that are in the military, that are affected, families and things of that nature. So it's very concerning. And I don't know, I don't trust these politicians at all. That's my personal views. Because one minute they're saying that the Strait of Hormuz is open, now it's closed. Iran still got their nuclear weapons. So it was like, what was the point of all this? Like, what was the goal? Because it all seems like there's a temporary ceasefire right now, but I don't see an end to this or a solution.
Well, DJ Chinny, this is what I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna get straight to
Talk
it.
to me.
My cousin Donald Trump
Mm-hmm.
is at the head of this as well too. But what you're
Mm-hmm.
seeing right now, you're seeing, and we talked about this, DJ Chinny. We've been touching
You
on this
did.
topic from the exception of it, and what you're seeing here is. Let me take a step back and talk about Mr. Pete. If folks don't know too much about Mr. Pete was, a commentator. He's always had his experience in the military. He's a commentator. He used to be a commentator on Fox News. He's written several books, and a lot of his books talk about the connection of the Christian religion and combine it with his Americanism and the military concepts. And so what you have is an individual here who is aligning what we're currently going through now to what's going on in the crusade, what went on in the Crusades back in those times. And so, and we're talking the Christian crusades. And these are books he's written, DJ Chin. He's written these books. And so he is playing his side from a Christianity standpoint. And I believe Iran understands that this is not necessarily about finance or about something that Iran may have specifically done. This is more about Iran's country, how their landscape is politically, and how they operate their country, and the religion component behind how their political structure is in Iran. When we talk about how our approach as the U.S. is all about pushing democracy, right? Freedom of people. Folks out there that are protesting. I'm not sitting here at all saying that how Iran is running their country is the right way at all, because we've seen a lot of brutal things and heard a lot of brutal stories and unfortunate stories of people being harmed and abused and taken advantage of when they speak out against the regime there, or if they do something that violates certain laws there, and the extreme punishment that comes from that. And so on the United States side, we push a democratic point of view, and then we also push the nuclear weapon point of view as well too. And I believe Iran's like, hey, you're not going to bully us like you did Iraq. You're not going to bully us like you did Afghanistan. We have a chip here that we can actually utilize to our advantage, and that's disrupting what goes through that strait. And so you have people questioning and asking these questions, to Pete as he goes there, that he can't give you an answer because, see, he's not coming from a logical, and this is not me, DJ Chinny, just saying this out of the air. The guy's written books giving you his philosophy. He's giving you his philosophy. The guy has stood on stage in front of military generals, high-ranked leaders in the military. This went back a few months ago, towards the end or middle last year. He went back and spoke to them like they were beneath him, and they know more about the damn military than he does. The only reason he got the position is because he is a follower of my cousin Donald Trump. Donald Trump, my cousin, can tell him what the hell to do. Pete, I'm not trying to diminish any of his expertise because he does have some military expertise, but when you have a leader whose mind state is meshed up with an ideology that ties back into the Crusades in a religion standpoint, and then you include that or empower him with military, you're going to get what you see now. And so I just believe we have leaders who are not using their mind, not logically thinking these things through, and being political figures on an international scale. You have to be a person that's able to work with folks from different walks of life. And I understand we definitely want to advocate the right humanity laws and societal themes in Iran, because it's unfortunate people get treated the way they get treated. But at the same time, there's a lot of people saying that they love staying in Iran, and that the country does. I don't know, but I tell you this, DJ Chinny, them gas prices are going back up. Have you seen them?
Yes, it's like almost $5, like $4.79, $4.50. It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's right, and there's no let up here. The only reason you haven't seen us fully strike yet is a few reasons why. Well, the main reason is because we haven't gotten a thumbs up yet from the international space. We haven't gotten a thumbs up yet from the UN. We really need to get the thumbs up from our Congress. So the president legally cannot go into a war without getting the thumbs up from Congress. The only time he can bypass that is if he feels or if there is evidence of an actual threat to this country. And so when you had 9/11, there was an actual threat to this country. We had planes going to the building. Now, some conspiracy theories are saying it was all set up to allow us to ignite a war over there in Afghanistan, going after bin Laden, and then obviously trickling over into Iraq. But at the end of the day, it's still some political, legal, legislative things that need to happen before there can be a full-out war. And so, you having troops, we've removed troops from Europe here even recently. And we've removed those troops because from some of the European countries, I believe we removed some troops from not mistaken, I think France or Germany, we had some troops there. We've been removing thousands of troops that we've had stationed in Europe. And we've been, old Pete and the gang has been saying, hey, you guys are not helping us here with this issue in the Straits, so why should we have our soldiers here in Europe? And what you're doing is taking your resources from your supposed ally, so you can now have those resources to utilize potentially if anything sparks off against Iran. So it's something we got to keep our eye on, DJ Chinny.
Definitely. Very concerning. But yeah, that was one heck of a debate.
Yeah.
Our next topic is the major decision that the Supreme Court of the United States allowing Louisiana to move forward with the new congressional map under the Voters' Rights Act that was instated back in 1965. There was a 6-3 ruling that pretty much have the major black districts, which I think it was District 6, to shift more towards a political powerhead for the 2026 midterm elections that's taking place on November 3rd of this year. So yeah, there's a lot happening in Congress and the Supreme Court as well.
Yeah, DJ Chinny, this the redistricting that we're seeing with the changes happens all the time. When certain political groups, well, in the United States, it's mainly Democrats and Republicans, take control of an office or a specific, of an office, they tend to try to put things in their favor. And so when you talk about these redistricting being happening in these states and these new drawings of new districts in these particular states, it's all about putting it in a favor. And so there are Supreme Court laws, there's legislation that allow states within 10 years to be able to, every 10 years, because of the census, you can actually create new districts. And there's some limitations to that, and it's primarily based on basically not excluding a certain group or demographic of people when you're
Mm-hmm.
doing these new districts. Some states now are allowed and have certain laws that allow them to make changes within the 10-year window, and so in Louisiana, you're seeing that take place in a sense. But quite frankly, the Democrats have done it when they were in a few years ago. Now the Republicans are doing it again. And the thing about it is quite frankly as well, I don't think it will be a big issue and really take too much of an effect, DJ Chinny, to be honest with you, because on one end, yeah, you're understanding, or they're saying that this takes away from voices of people, specifically affected people of color, not having an opportunity to be represented when you do a redistricting,
Yeah.
and so it basically makes more room or allows more seats in the House for the Republican Party or vice versa for the Democrat, depends who's
Democrats.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And in most of these states in the Deep South, the argument is that you're not going, if you do these changes in these districts and redrawing them out, you're not going to have a large representation of minorities being able to represent their state from a Senate standpoint or Congress standpoint, because in the South, majority of your political leaders, especially when you get in the Deep South, are going to be white. If you're not around, you're not in any of these metropolitan large African American cities like Houston and down there in Texas or Atlanta, Georgia, or places like that, then you're really going to be left out with having the right representation. So it's something that happens from both parties. And so, but if people just go out and vote, they still can't take that away. The biggest issue is that the redistricting affects your representation in Washington from a Congress and Senate standpoint. How many seats
Yeah.
are there, and based on their political party, and that can affect the voices or certain laws being passed.
That's what it is. That's what it all boils down to. But we'll see. Before you know it, these midterm elections will be here. So time is moving fast.
Yeah, and you got some states now down here in good old Georgia. I mean, we got an election coming up in a couple weeks. Here
Mm-hmm.
for here in our state. So it's very important to make sure that everybody's represented, but both sides do the same thing. They do the same thing.
Pretty much. We just got to pray.
Oh yeah, we got to give it to the good old Lord. We got to give it to
Exactly.
the Lord.
Exactly. All right, guys, moving on to topic 3. This one is crazy. Unbelievable court incident where a client punches his attorney,
Oh,
his court-appointed attorney in the face after being sentenced to 50 years in prison for a murder that took place back in 2024. Defendant is 27-year-old Jacarius Lewis. He waived his right to a jury trial and pleaded guilty in January. And then he was officially sentenced on April 28th, and that's when the incident took place, where he punched John Petrucci, his 65-year-old lawyer, in the face. He lost consciousness, hit his head. He didn't even know what took place. Like,
oh my
he
God.
woke up like, what happened? So he did lose consciousness and he was injured. So now Mr. Lewis not only facing this murder charge, but now he added on a new felony for assaulting a senior and an attorney. Like, what is going on? Like, he's just like, I have nothing else to lose. I don't care. It is what it is. But yeah, a mess. He's the definition of why I chose my closing topic today about emotions running high.
Oh
And
my God.
and how powerful, pausing and thinking before reacting is, because he just had uncontrolled emotions and lost everything from that murder charge to now this. If he had just took a second, he probably would have had his freedom.
Well, there you go, DJ. And DJ Chinny, you hit something on the nail. I mean, first and foremost,
Mm-hmm.
you hit it on the nail. Why didn't you think about this before you committed the crime? Now, it's one thing if you're protecting yourself. Now, of course, I have no problem with anyone in self-defense. If you have to, if it has to come to murder, you have to do what you have to do to protect yourself. Someone's trying to harm you, do something to you, you got to protect yourself. So, but it doesn't sound like he was in court for that, right? He was in
No.
court because he killed someone
And he
who
pled guilty.
and he pled guilty. Yeah, so he
Mm-hmm.
knew he was wrong
Yep.
and took off on his. I tell you right now, and so the thing is, you know what, DJ Teeny, people know who to do what to.
True.
Let me tell you, they know who to do what to. That damn lawyer looked like the Wayne Johnson Rock. That guy would have sat there and said, "Yes, sir, Your Honor." Yeah, it said 50, only 50 years, Your Honor. Only 50. You don't want to give me 5 more? The damn guy would have been listening to me. He would, if Dwayne Johnson the Rock was there, his ass would have been there like a saint. You would have thought he was raised up in the Cathedral of Alexander. I swear, he would have been sitting there like, "Yes, sir, Your Honor." So, folks know who to pick on and who not. Why are you hitting your damn lawyer after
Exactly.
you pleaded guilty to 50 years? And he probably played out because he probably was facing life. So he probably played out. They gave him 50 years.
Well, it was between 5 to 50, and they gave him the max. Maybe he thought he was going to get like a 20-year sentence or something, but
well, he
yeah, the
probably has
judge,
a bad record.
yeah, the judge gave him the max, so is what it is.
You hit it on the nail, DJ Chinny. These folks here, I don't know what they're thinking about. I don't know what they're doing. But I can tell you one daggone thing. You know who you're going to sock. Who you just going to sock, you know. You got some crazy folks out there. Maybe he's one of them. But I tell you, if Dwayne Johnson was standing there.
All right, our next topic is dual citizenship. Thousands of applications is hitting these immigration lawyers over there in Canada. Pretty much, they're giving you dual citizenship if you could pretty much have citizenship in both countries, Canada and the United States, but you're going to be paying taxes, working, and traveling between the two states the two countries. I'm sorry. I don't know. That sounds like a lot. Like, I feel like you need to pick a country. I mean, there are a lot of people that have dual citizenship in other countries too. So for me, I don't know if I want dual citizenship in Canada. I think I want dual citizenship in my native home, Jamaica, if I would do dual citizenship. What about you, cousin Jimmy?
Well, DJ Chinny, I got to tell you a little something. I'm an American. Now, I'm an American. I love my country. And I've been to Canada before, and I've been to Canada. I've been outside of Toronto. They say, isn't that where the guy Drake is from? I was out there, and they call the Six. I guess that's what he calls it. And I've been out there in that place. But ain't nothing like America. It's too damn cold out there. And now I would like to be in the woods. I would like to be out there in the woods in the cabin, see some mooses and all that type stuff. But they have a beautiful city. I tell you one thing. I tell you this right now. When I flew into Toronto, I can tell you right now, DJ Chinny, I thought I was on a damn world tour. I saw every nationality in the damn world there. I thought, listen, it's like New York City, but on steroids. But they're sitting in there like they came there and they just don't have nowhere to go. You walk in. I saw groups of grandmas and
Where in the airport?
In the airport city, but DJ Chinny, they not like, how you see folks that's waiting on a ride, so they're standing outside for the cab or ride to pick them up, or they're transporting to another airline or going to another flight, or when you fly in, you head out. No, folks were flying in and carrying their ass on the wall and standing on the wall, sitting like, where's going to be the next step? So I just believe they're just trying to increase their population. Come on into Canada. Now, once you get here, we ain't got shit for you to do. But
oh my God.
I tell you, but I think the dual citizenship, I believe they were talking about folks that could trace back from them being from Canada. And they say they got over about
grandparents.
Yeah, they say they got over about 50,000 people who are already in the line for this, and they're reviewing their application. So folks want to get out of, they want to go to Canada. I don't know, but
Nala wants to go move to Canada. She's talking about she want to move and live in Canada. I was like, whoa.
Oh well, hey, listen,
Get her a dual citizenship.
listen. Go ahead on. I don't know what is Canada really. Maple syrup, right? Isn't that what they're known for? Maple syrup.
It's on their flag.
I'm a country boy. I like some good old collard greens and stuff like that. Do they have collard greens in Canada?
I don't know.
I don't think they got any collard greens in Canada. So if they don't have collard greens, I ain't going. I mean, what the hell? I ain't going. Ah.
Hey, Kenya, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
Hey.
I agree with you about the dual citizenship in Canada. No, I would do like a third world country like India or something. Then, yeah.
Somewhere
but
different.
I agree, it is too much. Just pick one.
I know.
But it does give you some flexibility. I mean, hell, if you just want to fly. But see, the thing is, for me, it's like this, DJ Ching. When I went to Canada, it was just your Amazon account changes. Do you know that?
What, the pricing?
No, the Amazon site changes. I guess there's different products that you can get in Canada versus you can get in the United States. Of course, there's some similarities, but you have to remember these countries. When you go to these different countries, you have different manufacturers, and so Amazon has different platforms in each country you're in. And so there's different products. Right, yeah.
You went over there and started ordering stuff in Canada?
Listen, my ass was in there. Look, I wasn't even expecting either, DJ Chinny, but I said, let me go to Amazon and, see what's, and yeah, it's they actually have, I mean, again, some of your major brands are going to still be there, like a Coca-Cola you can get in Canada, but there's different products in these countries. And their money, they have different money. I still got a Canadian bill, I believe, somewhere around here.
I do too.
That's funny.
All right. Moving on to our next topic, guys. Is Spirit Airlines going out of business, shutting down completely, no longer operating anymore? So yeah, this one hit home because I know a lot of people that travel. I haven't traveled personally with Spirit before, but I know a lot of people and family members that have traveled. They call it the more budget-friendly flights. And they filed bankruptcy prior to this, and they had a $500 million government bailout before. But this time, due to the skyrocketing prices and with the war and the gas and everything combined, and just overall expenses for the company, they've been in business for over 34 years, and they have about 17,000 employees that lost their job. That's a lot of people. Yeah, so hopefully they can find jobs in other airlines, and I don't know. We got to find another option because booking a ticket now, like, it's really expensive. Like, it's really crazy, and it's like, okay, people say, okay, you're getting comfort for your and customer service for your money, but cost is going up everywhere, and the airlines is feeling it also. Kenya? You traveling anywhere soon? You ever traveled on Spirit?
Never. I'm sorry. My go-to is JetBlue or Delta.
Okay. There you go. I mean, everybody got to have a preference. That's fine. Yeah. What about you, Cousin Jim? You ever fly Spirit before?
How can I say this in the nicest way?
Oh my God.
Hell no. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. See, me, I'm very bougie when it comes to that.
Yes.
I'm a country bougie guy when it comes to flying. I got to fly where, things are looking stable here. They're looking stable and clean and functional. I'm not against affordability. I'm all about a bargain, actually. But to me, when you look at a company that approaches it coming in cheap, right? When you're first rolling out as a company and you're coming that way, it's understandable. You're trying to get in the market, you're trying to gain market share. So you want to attract people with affordable pricing so that they get an opportunity to come in, then you hit them with experience.
So you're saying after 34 years, they should have started to
raise the prices.
You
got, see, sometimes I'm from the country, I'm a little slow. Thank you, DJ. You sped me up to exactly what. After 34 damn years, you're still doing the same damn thing. That lets me know that the company's not operating officially and my ass don't want to be on the plane. This has nothing to do with the employees at all. If
No, we
there was
love
a
the
young lady
employees.
that brought
I
in,
have
we
friends and
love
family
them.
that are employees as well for Spirit, so I definitely love my Spirit employees.
We love the employee. It's not the employee's fault. DJ Chinny, you just said they got a $500 million bailout, correct?
Mm-hmm.
From the government, yeah.
Now, if we go and look at their P&Ls, their financials should be somewhere on their website.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, a large chunk of that $500 million went up to the top of the company, to the executives. It didn't trickle down to the operations. Not most of it. Some probably did. So, because we talked about this with QVC. How in the world are you going to sit back and one day just wake up and be down $6 billion and not realize the corrections need to be made?
That's insane.
So you're out here playing with people's lives. I think one of the biggest things when it comes to operating a business is the responsibility. Leaders need to understand, especially if you are in a control of managing cost, is the responsibility that you have, especially if you have 17,000 people who are dependent on you. And obviously, I saw an interview, a young lady, she seemed like she loved the company.
Yeah.
And she actually said the company communicated with them throughout the process, so I have to give Spirit their credit for that. But the thing about it is still you have people who really actually love the company, and the company had already had a bailout. So your initial marketing strategy of coming in with affordable pricing didn't work. And so you have to pivot at that point as operators. You got to say, okay, this isn't working. We tried to scale too big. We're going to have to scale things down, get cost under wraps until we can figure out our next move. And they didn't do that. And now you see a company but I guarantee you, look at this. You have the executives walk away with stock options. They already been getting paid millions of dollars, CEOs and CFOs and whoever else is in the executive suite, the C-suite. They all been making all their money. They got their stocks. They got their money, their retirement set up. They got money stashed away. If they're managing money correctly, they should be. They probably got a home or two or something that they own. They're fine. But what about the lady that cleaned the airplane? What about the stewardess?
Everyone underneath is losing.
Right. And that's messed up. But, hopefully the other airlines will hire them and pick them up. But yeah, no, DJ Chinny, I never listen, DJ Chinny. No, I never flew Spirit again. Listen, no.
Yeah.
No.
Listen, I don't know. But I'm glad we touched on that topic. Definitely want to salute to the Spirit employees, and we hope you guys find another job and some sort of other employment.
Come down here. I told we had a job for the guy that wrestled, right? I got a job. Hey, come on down here to the south. We got jobs down here. I'm telling you, put you right down there, have you cutting off some chicken heads and feathers and plucking feathers and getting everything. Come to the chicken plant. It's a job at the chicken plant. I'm telling you right now. That's one thing about it. You can always get a job at the chicken plant.
All right, moving on to our next topic. Little Booski, the rapper, he visited the Lafayette School in Louisiana again. Louisiana's been on topic this week. Northside High School got a visit from Little Booski, but it was unauthorized. Pretty much it was a surprise pop-up, and they didn't really let the parents know, and the principal got suspended. So Little Booski has been calling to have the principal reinstated, saying that he just wanted to go to the school, show them some love and some support and encourage the kids, and he didn't intend for that to happen to the principal. But my question to you, Kenya, is what is your take on this? Do you feel like he was being inspirational or a distraction?
That's your boo, DJ. Before you go, can you?
That is not Booski. My boo. I don't even know.
Booski. It's Boosie, I think. You said Boosie. That's your man.
Booski,
oh God.
Boosie.
That's your man. Oh God, that's your man.
Boosie.
Go ahead.
I feel like when it comes to things like that, it's common sense.
Yeah.
Come on, there's a procedure. You can't just pop up. You're not just me going to my high school. This is a well-known person, most likely with security, most likely with cameras, all that extra stuff. He should have followed protocol, or took a second to step back and think okay, let me not try to risk or jeopardize the students or staff.
Okay, that's a good perspective. And Cousin Jimmy, what are your thoughts?
Well, it sounded like the principal um, got the principal invited him to come to the school, right?
Correct. Correct.
So so he went there to speak and give us a speech. I mean, so it's nothing that little Booster did at all wrong in my eyes. I don't know too much detail in terms of, and Kenya brought up a point. I don't know if it's it should be the principal's responsibility to get clearance if he needed to get that through the school board or whatnot. You know, and whatever protocol they needed to ensure. But it seemed like the students loved it. And so, you know, if the students loved it and there was no harm, the principal should be back. But I'm gonna tell you this: it's a little deeper than that. The principal's been already having issues in that school district, and I don't know if these issues are, you know, issues caused by him or issues because he may be the type of leader that's saying, hey, I know how to fix the situation that's going on in our community with our students and kids. This school system that you all have set up is not helping them. I'm going to do it my way. And of course, you know, when you're in those situations, when you're working for corporations, school districts, whatever the case may be, and you're in these leadership positions, especially if you're someone that has a vision, and he seems like a principal that cares about the students and can relate to them, hence why he had Lil Boosie, who's from the area. He's from that area down there in Louisiana, yeah. So it's like right at home for him, but the school district wasn't in agreement with that, and so they took it out on him. But you only would go to this measure if this is a person that you don't like and you've already been having issues with before. And I believe that's what the problem is. They've had issues with him before, probably not to his own fault of doing. Sometimes issues can just arise because people get jealous. You know, maybe I'm interested in knowing what type of impact the principal's been having at that school. Maybe he's starting to be a person on the rise. You know how stuff happens. Folks see you on the rise, you're turning things around, making an impact, and you got people above you that get jealous. So it's a lot of little different angles that can be played here, but I don't think Booster has anything to do with what needs to, you know, what protocols need to be followed. As long as he's coming there and respecting the property, you know,
exactly.
It's the principal and the school's responsibility to make sure that they get all the clearance they need to have them there.
That's true. I salute Booski for, you know, advocating for the principal to get reinstated. I think that was a good look for that.
Yeah, the first thought should always be the kids.
Yeah.
That's right.
Definitely.
You keep calling Boosie. You matter of fact, Boosie gonna say wipe me down. He gonna come wipe me down, DJ Chinny, wipe me down. You keep calling him Boosie. I swear, watch when the people see that, they gonna say she said Boosie. I'm gonna send it to Boosie and I'm gonna say Boosie, wipe me down.
Boosie.
Man. But I'm telling you, but Boosie, man, I don't know what he was doing with that Vlad thing, man, because this guy, it want $25,000-$30,000. Sit down, boy. I
got bills to pay.
Man, listen to me here. I told you all we need down here is $478. We got $300 left on the daggone double wide down here. We need to pay off. Another $50 to electricity, and the rest we're gonna buy a couple of cases of Budweiser beer. We're good down here. I don't need the $25,000-$30,000. I don't need. Give me
I need it.
Right here in New York, we need it.
Exactly.
$478, and we're good to go down here.
I hear you. All right, Kenya, this is your segment, the relationship tea. Our topic is in honor of Mother's Day. That's this Sunday. We're going to be touching on pretty much the relationship between you and another person that gave you love, or you gave them love that was beyond a family member, but you know it felt real, and you had a real connection with them. We want to elaborate on that and talk as a group. If you ever made a bond or connection with an individual that, you know, either treated you like family, or gave you some type of love, or you received or you gave love to someone else, treated them like family, you know, and what that meant to you. You want to start, Kenya, since this is your topic?
Oh, sure. So I was just going off how mothers are nurturing, so to say. So that was really where I was coming from. For For me, every day is love. Giving and receiving each and every moment in any type of aspect. It could be a simple phone call, a simple text, even walking outside, saying hi to your neighbor. That's
Mhm.
still a form of love. I would say my recent experience of giving love or receiving love. Uh, okay, off the top of my head, what I could think of is I bought myself flowers for Mother's Day. So that was
You
me
bought
loving on
yourself
myself.
flowers. Nobody bought you no flowers.
Well, Mother's Day didn't really come yet, but I'm preparing for Mother's Day.
You
What
love
in the
mouths.
world? I'm
So
sorry.
yeah,
Go ahead. What the hell's
She
going on?
that's
Anyway.
okay.
she's on a self-love journey. That's
Yes,
Oh, so that's
exactly.
what this relationship stuff is all. You want to give some.
Oh wow.
Lord have mercy. We need to get deeper. I think you need to come sit on my couch. I thought I had to come to you. You might need to come to me anyway. I mean, who's not? What in the world?
that is
Lord have
funny.
mercy. Y'all need countryman. That's what your ass need. You need countryman.
Oh wow.
That's your damn problem.
Let's wait
Anyway,
till
go ahead.
Sunday. Let's wait till Sunday to see if she
Yeah.
gets a Mother's Day
And we'll
gift.
follow up.
Yeah, you need a country guy. We take care of our women. I don't know what the hell. Anyway, go ahead. What the? Oh, wait.
Well, for me, for DJ Chinny, I'm
Mhm.
always giving and receiving love from other members of my community. Of course, with One Change at a Time, volunteer organization that I am the
Yes.
director and vice chair for. I'm always spreading love to my seniors, my young people, my volunteers. I love you guys. I love my seniors, all my residents. I always go and show love. We have our Bundles of Joy program coming up this Sunday where we're going to show all the mothers some love, giving them nice little gifts for Mother's Day, letting them know that, even though if you have no visits from your children, One Change at a Time loves you very much. And we're going to be here giving out hugs and kisses for Mother's Day. And as
I
far
love
as
that.
receiving love from a family member, from a non-family member, man, I get that all the time. But the one that hit home the most has to be my brother Lennox. He has adopted me as a sister, took me in under his wing, has been guiding me, protecting me, showing me the ropes, teaching me so much about life lessons, and just an inspiration. So that's where I get my love from my brother Ox. And I'm looking forward to Mother's Day. I'm looking forward to showing my mother some love. I want to hang out with my daughter. And if nobody don't buy me flowers, it's okay. I'm not gonna buy myself flowers. I'm just kidding.
He's just shaking his head.
No shots fired at Kenya.
That's okay.
But yeah, we love the mothers, and shout out to my mother, Miss Anna. I love you from the bottom of my soul.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cousin Jimmy, it's your turn.
Well, listen, cousin Jimmy shows love everywhere he goes. I mean, I like to love on everybody. I like to, support people. I recently had a few folks who've lost some folks close to them, and I, actually, I'm sorry, ladies, but I took them flowers. I took them flowers and. Card and stuff. I did. I mean, this is the God's truth.
You're supposed to.
Right.
But always showing love. And Kenya, you said something that was pretty cool. I think just, saying good morning sometime to folks. Just saying good morning. Hi, one thing I realized, ladies, is that we never know what people are dealing with.
That's
exactly.
true.
But people are always dealing with something. As you get older, you realize, people. So this was a while back. I'm riding down the street. I was in my Ford. Now my Ford 150. I love that old school thing. I mean, in my Ford and riding. And I look
always
over
got a story.
and listen, but I look over, and down here in the South, we have a lot of old school cars, so it's nothing to see a person in an Oldsmobile or a Buick or something. It was like one of those long Buicks or Lincolns or something like that, a little older, maybe in the 90s or something. But there's a mom there, and then there's about 4 kids in the back, and she's smacking and screaming. And the mom, when she's at that stoplight and turn around, the kids are playing and almost about to knock somebody's head up out of the window. She's so mad and frustrated. And you can look by the car, just a probably a hard-working woman trying her best. One of the wheels are smaller than the other. And she's just trying to do what she can.
What?
Ain't nothing wrong. You know how it is. Just. And I just thought to myself, here's this lady here.
Mm-hmm.
So we're riding and we're pulling to the grocery. Now she's about to pull into the grocery store and be in front of people she don't know, and no one except for me, who actually saw what happened in her car, know what she just had to deal with those kids. Now she's got to walk in there with a straight face and smile to folks and say excuse me to folks. You see what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
never know. People go through domestic
you-
issues. We just had we just talked about that last one. They fuss and fight
Did you
with the
say?
husband.
Did you say hello to her? Did you say good morning, good afternoon? How you doing?
Oh yeah, I said, and I also said, I said, bring the boys around my place now. They won't act up
Oh my
anymore once they
God.
come back home to you. Their asses will be in there. You would have thought their ass went to damn military school to get ready for World War III or something. Their ass would be in that Tinch Hut. What, Mom? What did you say? Yes, ma'am.
You'd have had them straight.
Listen, they've been in there. They would have dropped down, gave her 50 for no reason. Just drop down, doing push-ups for no reason. Mom, we're here to save the day for you. That's what we'll be doing. But anyway, so that's the love thing. I receive love. I receive a lot of love, from my people, from my supporters, and but life is all about what you give, and what you give is what you get. And if
That's
you
true.
give love, you'll get love. And you can't expect everybody to give it to you the way you give it, though. But
That's true.
But it'll come, So
sometimes Sometimes it doesn't come to you directly too. Sometimes it goes to your kids. It goes to your family. So just keep doing good in this world, and it will follow.
And the way you receive love, it also reflects the person you are.
That's true.
That's you got a little deep there, right there, Kenny. I don't know. You got a little deep on that one. I don't know what that was, but you got
your soul shines through.
I guess you're really trying to get some flowers down, from somebody. I don't know, but
you're a mess.
Man, oh man! But happy Mother's Day to you all, to you ladies. I know
Thank
happy
you.
Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to my beautiful mother out there. Happy birthday to my Aunt Edna. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy birthday. What? Happy Mother's Day. Everything.
Right?
Oh, she just yelled back and said it ain't Mother's Day yet. Jimmy, shut up. I was like, oh, God.
You too early.
Yeah, I was like, damn. The other end, I was trying to be nice. She was like, shut up, Jimmy. It ain't Mother's Day yet. Oh, God. Anyway.
Nice. All right, team. Let's. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I'm done, DJ Chinny.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right, team. So let's close this out with Chin's positive vibe for the culture. Pretty much tonight's, it's pretty simple. It's pretty much responding over reacting. Now I'm gonna break it down. when you react, it's normally an instant move. It's emotional behind it. It's emotions behind it. It could also be destructive sometimes. It's not thought through. It's on impulse. So if you react to things instead of responding, it can be catastrophic sometimes, or even life-changing. But if you take the time and respond to things that are happening to you, whether it be at work, in your relationship with your kids, with your family, whatever, even driving. If you just take the time and just be a little bit more thoughtful, a little bit more in control, and a little bit more intentional, it could change a lot of dynamics for you, and then you could see growth over time if you choose to respond versus reacting to things. It's called power in pausing. There's power in pausing. So sometimes you don't always have to instantly react to something, or instantly have a comeback, or say something negative, or a reaction, or an action like quitting your job or hitting your kid. If you can just take the time to pause, respond thoughtfully and controlled with intention, I feel like we'll all have, better outcomes. So that's my
that's
closing.
real maturity.
Yeah, that's my closing positive vibe for the culture. Tonight's conversation was great. I love both of your feedback. Thank you for joining us again, Kenya, and hitting us with our relationship topic. Anything you want to say in closing, cousin Jimmy?
Oh no, just want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out
Mhm.
there, and somebody out there when you see this, send Kenya some flowers, please. She needs a little bit of saving grace, is what we call it.
I'm
Saving grace.
dead. I'm dead. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for staying and watching and tuning in. Peace and love.
Yes, see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.